All right, welcome back to the On the Lake Show. We've got today, we're doing draft, then we're doing NFL talk, and a little baseball talk at the end because I just want to rant a little more. So today's draft is best athletes, however you want to look into that. They have to be active. Frank won the Twitter poll, so if you're not already following us on Twitter, make sure you follow us on Twitter to go so you can vote on those polls to see who gets the first pick. I have second pick. I got second, and Luke has the last pick because he got third. So, Frank, take it away. I'm assuming you're going to the same first pick as you had last time.
Absolutely. Most dominant athlete, arguably the greatest athlete of all time. Going NBA, LeBron James. Don't even have to explain it.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, so I'm taking a risky second pick. I'm going Patty Mahomes.
Oh.
I mean, maybe it's just because I'm so biased and I love him so much, but every time he's on the field, it feels like something new is going to happen. He's just the best. I know he's only in his, third year, fourth year. It already feels like he's the best quarterback of all time. Not like stats-wise or anything, but just to ever pick up a football, he feels like the best ever. I don't know.
Oh, yeah?
All right, Luke, you got third.
It's a fair one. All right, I'm gonna go with my soccer pick. I'm gonna go Lionel Messi. I mean,
Ooh,
it was
okay. Yeah.
pretty much top two guys. I think when you think of soccer right now, they've been doing it for a while. So that's my soccer one. And then baseball, got to go Mike Trout. Same thing. Been doing it for several years now. He got paid a lot of money. And that's for a reason. You don't just get paid that amount of money if you're not going to be the best in the game right now. So, yep.
Yeah, I like that pick. That was definitely my next pick, so I was hoping you didn't go baseball. So I'm going to go basketball now. I'm going to go Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, dude's a freak. I mean, it's in the name, Greek freak. Like, 6'10", good 220, 230, 240. I have no idea. He just is jacked, though. And dominant. He sucks in the playoffs because he can't shoot, but I think hopefully he'll figure that out, and he'll probably win a championship or two by the time he's done. And he's just a freak athlete. So I'm going to risk holding on to some – actually, my other two picks I don't think he'll take. So I'm gonna go Giannis. This is going to be I think I'm going to get last in this draft, but this is just – I'm picking with the heart. I'm not pandering today. So, Frank, it's your pick.
All right, I'm going to go with baseball because I still got to think about my football one. But baseball, I think I got to go with dominant. When I think of dominant, I think of Clayton Kershaw. Pitchers yes. Pitchers still dominate the game. If you have a good pitcher, that game, it don't matter who's in the lineup. If you get a guy like Kershaw on the mound, who can really just control the whole aspect of the game and keep people off the base path and runs off the scoreboard. So I got to go Clayton Kershaw.
I don't even know. Do you think he's the best pitcher even really on his team?
Yeah, he just won a World Series.
Yeah, but I feel like Bueller, Mays, Urias are just as good at this point.
I'm telling you one thing. Even with his playoff struggles, if you had a game 7 on the line and you don't hand the ball to Clayton Kershaw, something is wrong with you.
I would go probably like Max Scherzer maybe or Garrett Cole right now.
Yeah, sure. Scherzer's a good secondary option too.
Yeah, I mean, I would go Kershaw though.
I don't
Lefty.
know. All right, Frank, you got another pick.
Frick. What sports are we doing?
Any sport in the world you want.
Oh. All right, I'm gonna go hockey.
Okay, who are you taking then?
Sidney Crosby, baby.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
Fine.
Sid the kid.
Cool. All right, that's fine. I'll my pick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll go Alex Ovechkin.
Yeah.
The greatest hockey player of all time.
Ever heard of that guy?
Yeah.
Sidney's better.
8 the Great. I mean, okay, if we're gonna just let that hockey player fall to me in the third round, yeah, I'll take
Sid the kid.
One of the best scorers of all time. And
they're very, very good players. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had two other sports in line, but Central Ovechkin fell that far, and I'm just gonna take him now. Yeah, Luke, your pick.
Okay. So I'll go with my NBA pick. You guys you took my top two, so this is probably third. I'll go Kevin Durant.
That's a great pick.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not like the biggest fan of some of his stuff, but you gotta respect the dude. I mean, he's cold. Hey, he's cold, man. That's one of those questions where I'm thinking to myself, game on the line, who's getting the final shot? I'm picking either LeBron or Kevin Durant to take that shot. So
I'm with you. Honestly, if I had a guy to take the last shot in a game, and any player in the NBA, it's probably Kevin Durant. I think he's the best scorer we have in the league.
yeah, he's consistent. So I'm good with
Going
that.
LeBron.
All right, your picks though.
All right. Then to finish it up, NFL. This is probably a guy that I don't think Frank's very fond of, but Tom Brady. I mean, he's the GOAT. I don't know. I mean, what he's doing. Look. Here's what I'll say. Bucks hadn't made the playoffs since what was it, 2007, and now he got them in. Come on. I mean,
It was just him, not the 45 superstars they put around him. It was just him.
I mean, come on. And then look at the Patriots, man. He leaves. Look what happens. And there's other factors. There's other factors. But Tom Brady, I mean,
and
we'll get into that later. I'm bringing that up later.
A 40 touchdown season. Yeah. That's a 40 touchdown season at what, 43 or whatever he is?
Yeah. I mean, come on.
I mean,
there can't be much debate there, but
I mean, the only reason I'm saying something is because Drew said something about Kershaw, so I got to say something about Brady now. Still, I don't know.
Okay, so I've got golf, and I've got two guys. Do I want to take the guy who I think's the best golfer ever, who's not right now the best golfer in the world, or the guy who's the best golfer in the world right now? I think I'm going to go.
If you don't take him, I am.
I'm taking Tiger. So as much as I hate Tiger, if you don't have him number 1 or 2 in your all-time list, you're wrong. It's just what it is. So
of course you hate Tiger.
He's just a scumbag guy, so I don't like him. But he's great at golf. I'm not going to deny that. I've always said, I'll list my guys I don't like: LeBron, Tiger, Russ. Those are my 3 guys and Ben. 4. Those are my guys I really don't like. There's other guys.
All the people I love.
Yeah, arguably like the top 4 guys that I love. So
yeah, I was gonna say those are my top 5 favorite athletes.
You could probably ask 90% of people if those are their favorite athletes.
The one that bothers me the absolute most that you don't like is LeBron. I just don't get it. You being a diehard Cavs fan.
He screwed the Cavs twice. I get
once.
I love him. But he screwed us twice now.
He did it once.
Twice.
He did it once.
How
did he screw you? How did he screw you the last time?
He's traded away all of our good players and then gave us all these terrible contracts. And when he leaves, it takes a good 5 years just to get rid of the mess of when he leaves.
Are you saying that for everybody? Because, I mean, I didn't take Miami that long.
Miami? Okay, so they finally just made it back to the finals, but before that, they were just a fringe playoff team because Wade and Bosch didn't leave. They weren't a competitor.
I'm pretty sure, I'm 90% sure Bosch didn't even play another season because he couldn't.
2 years. I think he had at least 2 years after LeBron left.
Well, what if, all right, here's what I'll ask you. So is that a worthy sacrifice? Is that a good exchange?
Yeah, no, I'm cool with winning a ring, but I don't like him now. I like all the things.
I'm cool with it. I was cool when he was here saving our city and franchise.
Yeah, but he's screwed us now. We suck. I hate it. The Cavs are okay. I love watching the Cavs just because I love my Cleveland teams, but they suck now. And he won 1. It's not like he won us 4. He won 1 ring in Cleveland.
The point was all the superstar players they were only there because he was there, except Kyrie. Kyrie was there, but he left and he was leaving anyway.
We traded for Kevin Love. So it's not like we forced him to be here.
Oh, Andrew Wiggins has worked out real well for a lot of teams.
Yeah, it was a great trade on our part.
He gets ripped on every year.
Exactly, because we're smart. We traded him.
So then, how did he screw? It's not. I don't think
we were stuck with Tristan Thompson's terrible contract. We had JR's terrible contract. There's nothing there. We traded. Oh, the year that he left, we traded Kyrie for basically, I guess, Colin Sexton now. and we had to deal with
Well,
Isaiah
no.
Thomas.
LeBron was still there when they traded Kyrie.
Exactly. But then that aftermath of all those crappy players we had to take on, of the George Hills, the George Crawford, Jay Crowder. Like all those
I
crappy
mean, I
players
wouldn't
we had to
say
deal
that
with.
was like his fault. That's like the GM. Like, I mean,
It's because
they
LeBron
should have known
forced
about.
Kyrie out.
I wouldn't
And then
say that. I think Kyrie forced
and then
himself out on
LeBron's
that
agent,
issue.
we had LeBron's agent gave Tristan Thompson that ridiculous contract. And then he's also JR's agent gave him that terrible contract. So those were the contracts we deal with.
But
You got
let's
one
not
pick
put
left,
the
Frank.
Kyrie. Let's not put Kyrie on LeBron. Kyrie forced himself out of Cleveland.
Because of LeBron.
If they really want,
LeBron
was
couldn't play with him.
If Kyrie would have came up to him and been like, "Let's work things out," LeBron would have said yes. He wouldn't have been like,
if LeBron's
"Get
this
the hell
great
out."
leader, why didn't he just go up to Kyrie and say, "Hey, let's just work this out"?
I'm sure he'd try. I mean, you saw
I
the
don't
stuff
think
that
they
was going.
communicated at all.
I wonder why. Because of Kyrie, you saw all the
Because
stuff
they're
he
both
was
idiots.
saying.
They're both so just big-headed.
Look at Kyrie. He switches teams all the time now.
I don't like Kyrie for doing that either.
I mean, he's on my fantasy team. He's out with personal reasons. He's out every 2 games. He's a wimp.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Kawhi a wimp too because he's out every 2 games?
What?
Kawhi, is he a wimp too because he's out
I told
every 2
you
games?
guys I don't like him that much.
Oh my goodness. Whatever. Last pick, Frank.
I don't. He's a baby too. I liked him in Toronto. That was it. And then he left. Now he went to Showtime, and now he's all him and Paul George. You read about that. You'll see. Anyway, I'll talk about that on the show later, I guess. Anyway, football. I've been trying to think about this as I've been arguing with you. Oh God. Dominant like right now. Oh, I want to say him, but I'm not saying him. I'm gonna go with Aaron Rodgers. Just a bad man. He wins. Quarterbacks are dangerous, especially like him. Those old guys, they can read the defense and stuff like that. And he just he lights it up. And and he's doing it without a first-round draft pick, basically. Drafted a quarterback. So Aaron Rodgers. Not a big Aaron Rodgers guy here, but don't hate him.
Yeah, so my other picks I was thinking was I had Kylian Mbappe. I think he's one of the best soccer players in the world right now.
I was thinking of him as well.
That was my one. I wasn't really thinking Ronaldo much, but Caleb Dressel, he might break Michael Phelps' record in this Olympics for gold medals. You guys don't know him yet, but he's going to be just as famous as Phelps in 6 months. So those are my dominant athletes.
I was actually going to say, and I didn't want to I couldn't even. I was actually going to say Lamar Jackson. It was on the tip of my tongue. I was literally about to say his name, just because. I mean,
that's a
I make fun of him. Yeah, I make fun of him all the time for his playoff stuff and how he can't throw the ball. But when that dude runs, that dude is hard. You can't bring that guy down with one guy. So
I'd probably say if we're gonna do, I guess, our honorable mentions here, I guess we could call that. I was thinking Tyreek Hill, DK. Even Kelsey, dude. Travis Kelsey. I mean, he put up
DK. Yeah, I'm about to go. I don't know about DK. I think he's a little overrated right now.
Well, I mean, I was thinking of DK when I'm thinking. If I think,
wait, are we talking about athletes or just
we switched it to dominant? I think, but it wasn't what it was at first.
Oh, athlete. Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, if I think of a freak raw athlete, I'd probably get DK or Tyreek. I mean,
if we were doing pure athlete, I would have picked Lamar Jackson then.
Yeah, I would have got Myles Garrett would have been my freak athlete because that dude can do 360 dunks. And have you just seen him? He's a genetic.
Mine would have been Mason Rudolph.
That's
half his head.
He's pretty good at getting the opponent pissed off.
All right. NFL playoffs. Let's just go through the games, do some picks on games, just see who we think's gonna win.
Let's go through every single game, baby.
Every game. All right. NFL weekend. We don't have a lot. We have to at least. Yeah. We have to because there's not much NFL left. So
that's what I was gonna say. We have to. There's not a lot left. We got to enjoy football while it lasts.
That's the best. Exactly. Couldn't say it any better. All right. Colts, Bills. Who we got in that one?
Bills.
I got the Bills. I mean, yeah, I got the Bills. I think
I
the Colts can play close, but I got.
I
the
really want to take the Colts, but I'm not. I'm going to take the Bills, but I really want to. So I'm going to have the lane pick. All right, Rams, Seahawks. I'm going Rams. I think that defense is pretty darn good, and they can run the ball.
I was thinking Seahawks, but then after I saw that thing about that Rams guy today, that was just
Whitworth?
like that. Yeah, like that's like pure football guy stuff. Like that just gives everybody on your team like +10 for the game. Like if that guy comes out and performs, you can't lose for that guy. So I don't know. I'm like honestly nervous about it, but I'd probably still gonna go Seahawks though.
Huh?
I love Sean McVay.
Yeah, I like Sean McVay as well. Mm-hmm.
Pete Carroll's he's kind of an asshole. I don't love.
I love Pete Carroll. I love Pete Carroll. God bless it, Drew. Just hate everybody.
Dude,
no, I don't like hate him. He's just kind of a jerk, and I don't like him at USC and stuff like that.
Oh, I love Pete Carroll, dude.
I like his gun.
Everybody, all his players love him too. That's a big thing for me too. If your players like you, like I can like you.
I agree.
So who's your pick?
You know, I mean, I saw on ESPN earlier that Goff is practicing, and the Rams are like really like interesting, and I think it's be a close game, but I don't trust Goff and the Rams this year, and I don't trust Seahawks this year either. But I'm going Seahawks.
Yeah, that game is like the two teams I just don't trust at all.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know how this game they decided was the nightcap, but Bucks football team. Yeah.
Bucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
I don't think it's gonna be. I really, really want the football team to win, but it's not gonna happen.
I think the football team, like literally, like I'm not just saying it because it was us. I think they peaked at us. I thought they were playing their best football during that time, and then they're like okay now. Especially
if Alex Smith is hurt.
Yeah.
That'll just make it worse.
And he didn't look good the other night either. He did not look good.
Not at all. But Ravens Titans. I'm saying Lamar's breaking his little curse. I think they're gonna beat the Titans. They're gonna get revenge for last year, and he's gonna start winning a playoff game maybe.
Is that in Tennessee or is that in Baltimore?
It's in Tennessee. They beat him in Baltimore last year.
I don't know. I love Rabel. I love Derrick Henry. I'm gonna go Titans. I'm just gonna go Titans.
That's a good pick. Look, I mean, like I said on the last show, I had the Ravens in my AFC Championship game, and this game is like, I don't know.
Teams can run it on the Ravens.
Yeah, and especially like with all that beef in the first game of the year they played, like Drew said, the revenge from last year. I think the Titans can like seriously win this game, and I think the Titans can do some damage like the Ravens in the playoffs. But I got the Ravens.
Yeah, I think those are both two teams you really don't want to play in the playoffs because the Ravens are tough to prepare for, and you just don't want to face Derrick Henry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Check your seat out.
Yeah.
Especially what I saw, he what do you have this year? How many yards? 2,000, correct?
2,000 back to back, right?
And his offensive line, not one of them was a Pro Bowler, which is crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just like you're just really good at football, and you're just like I don't care. So
first off, I think that's just wrong. There's got to be someone on your line that's just.
I was gonna say, Drew. I was gonna say
or something that said no. There's no.
No, like I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying the voters.
Oh. Yeah. It's like one of those dudes.
That's what I mean.
To be
like,
good enough.
Dude, if your running back runs for 2,000 yards, you're doing something right.
Because I don't care how good he is, and he is one of the best. They're giving him some sort of push. He's breaking a lot of tackles, but still.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't buy that.
I don't buy that either.
This is one of my like, again, kind of like that Bucks football team game, a game I just love. Bears Saints. I think the Saints are gonna they're gonna get going. They need to make a Super Bowl, and I think it starts right here. They're gonna crush the Bears.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Saints, but I'm not gonna go that they're gonna crush them.
The line's 10. You think closer or they beat the spread? Okay.
What did Mincy say? 27-20?
Yeah.
I'll go with that pick. Saints.
I agree with Luke. I don't think they're gonna crush them at all. Especially, I think the Bears defense, they got crushed last week. I think they're pretty good defense, and I think that they know how to get to Drew Brees. So I think the Saints are gonna win, but I don't think they're gonna get crushed, and I think they're gonna struggle more than people think in this game.
Yeah, I agree.
My thought is, this is how I look at it. The Bears have Mitch Trubisky. The Saints have Drew Brees. The Saints by a lot. That's why I'm taking the Saints big.
Saints have a lot.
I wouldn't say by a lot, but I got the Saints.
I think they at least cover.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe.
The game that we're probably going to talk about for a little. Browns Steelers. Ronnie Harrison's out. Sendejo's back in.
My favorite.
I have zero confidence. We haven't practiced this week. Baker has not thrown a football. We can't get together to practice, and half the team's out. We don't have coaches that are going to be there at game time. I think you're crazy to pick the Browns right now. There's nothing telling me to pick the Browns. So I'm as much as it pains me, I think the Steelers are going to win this game, and I don't see how the Browns really even keep it that close.
This is such a lose-lose for the Steelers. Honestly, we win the game. It's Browns fans are gonna be saying we don't have anybody. We lose the game. We're just gonna get absolutely abused. I lost last week, and I got. People were like, well, we didn't have anybody either, and I'm tired. But listen, Steelers, their Super Bowl run starts on Sunday night. Perfect timing. You don't fuck with the Steelers in prime time in the playoffs. Steelers all day. Am I nervous? And listen, let's still not forget. The Browns. I haven't heard all these people are on defense. It's not like you guys still have a good offense. So it's
Joel
not
Battaglia,
like
our Pro Bowl left guard.
He sucks. He flinched 8 times on Sunday.
Yeah, he had a bad. He's a Pro Bowler.
Yeah. Wait till he sees TJ Watt on the other side. He would have been flinching 8 more times.
He's on the left side.
It don't matter.
TJ just wouldn't be a problem.
Left, right, AJ, Batonio, my ass. Steelers by 100.
Yeah, my pick. I'm going Steelers. My cousin actually just texted me 20 minutes ago, and he said, he texted our group chat. He said, do you guys think the Steelers have any chance against the Browns this weekend? So I don't even respond. No need to respond to it.
Listen, I think it's going to be close. I do. I actually do think it's going to be close.
If Denzel's back, it gives us a chance. Yeah. If we don't have Denzel, we're not going to stop you guys at all. It's just how it is.
Steelers again, some guns back too. No Joe Hayden, which that hurts big time. But adding some depth back, Spillane's coming back. That's big for depth. I like Avery Williamson in there better, but Ebron's back. That's big, and the Gunslinger's got hopefully one more big run in him.
This game, I feel like any game could have this outcome, but I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if anything happens. If the Steelers blow them out, I wouldn't be terribly surprised. If the Steelers barely win, I wouldn't be surprised. Even if the Browns win, I'm I don't know. I don't feel like I'd be too shocked where I'd be
this is still the NFL. This is still the NFL. It's not like the Browns are
very surprised. Team. We haven't practiced. We don't have half our
coaches. If you're gonna make excuses, just go on to the next segment, for God's sake. If you're gonna make excuses, go on the next segment. Because for God's sake, when I was making
your head coach, your 3 other assistants, and
when I was making
safeties.
excuses when we were playing, you guys didn't want to hear it. So honestly, I don't want to hear it. So just move on. The reason the line
was 10 and you wouldn't take it straight up. Frank, why didn't you bet the game?
I'm ready to move on. Frank,
why didn't you bet the game straight up?
Because it is all I'm gonna hear. I'm gonna hear.
No, answer the question, Frank.
Win. It's we didn't have anybody all this time. Group messages, Steelers demise ends on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. Just move on.
Frank, answer this question. Last week, if You don't want to make excuses. Why didn't you bet the game straight up with me?
What do you mean?
So we had the bet. You wouldn't take the bet straight up because you said the Steelers had too many players out. So we had to bet the spread. And it was 10 points, which was.
It was a preseason
Yeah, we
week
were
17
that.
football.
But that's
game.
an excuse. That's an excuse. You're making excuses. You're saying, oh, we didn't make excuses. You
Drew,
literally made
this
excuses.
is the playoffs, Drew.
And
This is
we're
the
getting
playoffs.
screwed by
You're
COVID. We
either
haven't
ready-
practiced this week.
Okay, you want me to
Zero
go through
practices.
my excuses why we're not the 1 seed? You want me to go through my excuses? Because I sure as hell can.
You
We don't
lost
have
to the
budget
Bengals.
free.
You lost to
We
the
don't have
football
bu-
team.
You lost
That's
to the
why.
Jets. You lost to the Jets, Drew.
I'm
You
not
got
complaining
murdered by
about
us.
it. I'm not
You have a
complaining. You're
beautiful
complaining why
team.
you're not the
You're
one.
gonna get murdered on Sunday. You're gonna
Because
get
we don't
murdered
have
on
our
Sunday.
team.
There's
We don't
no
have our
excuses.
team,
And
Frank.
guess what? You put your COVID guys out there, you'd still get beat. It don't
No,
matter.
we wouldn't.
It don't matter. And yet, are you sure? Because it looked like it mattered when we won 38-7 with the same.
Oh, it looked like when we had our team
38-7.
last week, we won.
38-7.
And we didn't even have our full team
Well,
last
we
week.
did.
Oh, we won.
We didn't, but 38-7.
So week 17.
When we both,
week 17
when
when
we
had
both
Nick
had our
Chubb.
full teams. When we both had our full teams.
We didn't have Nick Chubb. We didn't have our full team. We didn't have Wyatt Teller, our best lineman, and then Nick Chubb, our running back.
Nick Chubb's answer this question. I want you to answer it honestly. Nick Chubb is a 31-point difference.
Yes, because let me explain. Let me explain before you go crazy. Let me explain before you go crazy. Let me explain. So he's gonna be freaking out, and we're gonna probably just close the shot. If he joins back, he joins back. Let me explain why. The game starts out differently. We run the ball instead of having just lean on Baker Mayfield, who was injured that game, might I add. We run the ball. We lean on Nick Chubb, and the Browns. You know this. The Browns are a completely different team with Nick Chubb, right?
Yeah.
There he is.
Yeah. It's a good statement. I don't disagree.
All right, Frank. Luke just agreed with me.
31.
You didn't let me.
Hold on.
You never let me
My
explain.
I agreed. No. Tell him what I said I agree on.
Okay, so what I said, that game, Baker was hurt. We didn't have Wyatt Teller, and we didn't have Nick Chubb. Let me explain, Frank, before you freak out again, because you haven't let me explain this stuff yet. So, Nick Chubb, what we do when we have Nick Chubb is we can lean on the run, and we don't lean on Baker Mayfield. That game, we come out throwing the ball. If we don't have Baker, we come out running the ball. That's the difference. You don't fall in a 14-0 hole with Baker Mayfield throwing it. I mean, with Nick Chubb running the ball. That's the difference. Maybe we lose a close one still, but it's a close.
So Nick Chubb has to do with Baker Mayfield throwing directly into the numbers of Minka Fitzpatrick.
Yes, because we lean on the run, Frank. Our whole offense runs through Nick Chubb.
Kareem Hunt
hold
is
on.
such a bum. Kareem Hunt
He's been terrible. He's averaging 2 yards a carry the last 6 weeks.
He's been terrible.
Yes, 2 yards a carry is terrible, Frank.
We almost have 1,000-yard rushers.
That's a fact, Frank. That's what. That's a.
He's
Objectively, that's a
real
fact.
bad. Nick Chubb is real bad. He's so bad.
Hey,
Nick Chubb
here's
is
what I
bad?
told him, Frank. He asked me, he said, do you think the Browns are a better team when Nick Chubb is in? And I said, I agree with that. Do I think that means it's a 31-point difference that he makes? I
agree with
I
that
don't know
too.
if
I
there's
100% agree with that. They are 100% a better team with Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
but they are not a 31-point difference team with Nick Chubb in there. They
My
are
thing
not.
is,
Like
we might
Nick
lose that
Chubb
game
is
still
not
with Nick
31
Chubb.
points.
My thing is, we play a different game style with Nick Chubb on the field, and it's a whole different ball game from start to finish. When you fall down in a big hole, you kind of just sometimes, all right, in sports, Frank, when you're just a player and you fall down 20 points, do you not at points just feel like we're never going to come back in this one? If you don't,
I mean,
you're crazy.
it's not like this was early, like late. It was 24-7. You guys could have came. I mean, like most teams, they chip away at that, and it becomes a game eventually. It's the NFL. We just manhandled you throughout the game, so it didn't
because
matter.
we couldn't run the ball. So when the Browns, if the Browns don't establish,
So you couldn't run the ball because of Nick Chubb, not our defense. That was ranked. Wait, hold on. Let me go through because thank you for bringing that up. You couldn't run the ball. Listen, Nick Chubb's great. I actually like Nick Chubb a lot, but you couldn't run the ball because of Nick Chubb. Okay, you came into Pittsburgh with the #1 rating rushing offense. Cool. Next
because
week,
Nick
we go
Chubb
to
was
Tennessee.
healthy before.
No,
that.
let me finish. You finish. And then Tennessee. We go to Tennessee. They're #1 rushing. Guess what? Cool. We win that one. Oh, 3 weeks in a row. By the way, you look it up. First team NFL history to go 3 weeks in a row facing #1 rushing offense. Going to Baltimore. didn't shut them down, but guess what? We won. And
Yeah,
wanna know
wait,
why we
200
didn't
on the
shut them?
ground.
Oh, why? Why is that, Drew? Because of Lamar. That's all they do is run. My point is, Nick Chubb's great, but so is our defense, and cut them some credit. And Nick Chubb's not 31 points better than the Pittsburgh Steelers. Stop
I'm just
it.
saying it's a completely different game with Nick Chubb on the field.
My
That's all I'm
God.
saying. Look at every game the Browns played with Nick Chubb and look at every game they played without him. Those 6 games we didn't have him, our offense was pitiful. That's just a fact.
My goodness. Christ.
Frank, what are you disagreeing with that? What am I wrong saying that the Browns offense is literally 10 points better than Nick Chubb?
I'm not, but that's okay. So then that's still, if 31 minus 10 is 21, we still win by 21.
Okay, Frank, we don't. It's game position of the field. So say we drive. We can't. We're going 3 and out with our offense without Nick Chubb. We say we just move the ball to midfield.
I just asked a simple question. I said, is Nick Chubb? It was 30. Is it a 31-point difference without Nick Chubb? Does that even matter? And you said yes. And I said
yes,
that is
it is
not
a 31-point difference.
So full of shit. That is so full of shit. Oh my God.
There's a reason the Browns became an elite team with Nick Chubb and a below-average team without him.
An elite team, yeah. Yeah, Nick Chubb against Jets. How'd that go?
Oh, we didn't have 4 receivers, Frank, and we just threw 4 practice.
I thought Baker doesn't need to throw. Baker just handed off to Chubb. Baker handed off to Chubb.
When you literally can put 10 guys in the box, yeah, it's easy to stop the run.
Now. You had Odell, you had Landry, you had your tight ends, and you had Kareem Hunt. You had everybody except
our
Nick
quarterback
Chubb,
was hurt. Our best lineman was hurt. 31. Our running back was hurt. What is not going through your brain here?
What are you talking about? He's not 31 points better. We'll find out Sunday because it ain't going to matter.
No, we won't because our team is hurt and we don't have any of our coaches.
That's too bad. Maybe you guys should learn some discipline in quarantine.
I'm not saying it's not fair. It sucks. And you're not seeing the full strength Browns because of a virus. It's not because they're hurt and just normal NFL things. It's literally things that are uncontrollable.
It's all right. I mean, hey, you won't be seeing our full strength defense either. So,
but that's because of football reasons and not just COVID knocking out your entire roster. It is literally, Frank, we're not allowed to practice.
So Nick Chubb missing the Steelers game wasn't a football reason?
No, that's a football reason. I'm not saying that it wasn't. You guys dominated us. I didn't say that you guys didn't dominate us. But if we're healthy that game, when we had Nick Chubb against you guys the second time, it was a different game.
By 2 points.
Frank, the Browns dominated until the fourth quarter. You guys came back when we just kind of took our foot off the gas. You can't say the Browns were not dominating through most of that game. We're up 24-9 for a reason.
Well, buddy, you're obviously your domination is a lot different than my domination.
Going up 24-9 on someone and just dominate and doubling their yards, I consider dominating.
I don't know, Luke. I think 38-7 is dominating.
That is dominating. I didn't say that wasn't.
I wouldn't say 20. I wouldn't say 24
smallest brain today, Frank. There's nothing getting through to you.
Drew, 24-22 is dominating now?
I said before the fourth quarter, the Browns were dominating. We took our foot off the gas. You guys came back, and then it got a little closer. But to say the Browns were not in control for most of that game is crazy.
I would have to go back and watch, but I really don't think you were in control for most of that game. We were in the red zone, and we couldn't score. We settled for field goals the whole time. And the only reason you guys went up that way is because he threw a freaking pick in your territory right to the guy. So I wouldn't say you dominated that game at all.
I never felt in concern in that game at all.
I wouldn't either if we were playing Mason Rudolph. But
we didn't have half our defense still.
All right, Drew.
It's just I don't know what to tell you. We don't have our Pro Bowl left guard. We're not going to have 4 secondary players, linebackers, and then a guy who's going to win Coach of the Year this year. That's a big deal. You know coach means a lot in football. Randy Fitchner, if you had a better offense coordinator, don't you think you'd have a better record right now? Wouldn't you feel a lot more comfortable about going to the Super Bowl? All right, so now imagine putting your running backs coach in, who I don't know who's going to be our head coach for this game. Imagine if your running backs coach is your head coach for a playoff game now, instead of Mike Tomlin. Would you feel a lot less confident? Yes.
Yeah, well, Stefanski's not Mike Tomlin, so.
Stefanski is better than anything for the past 20 years for the Cleveland Browns.
That is cool.
A landslide. So now we're doing step going back in time to just terrible Browns coaches again. I don't even know who's going to coach for us yet. That's how crazy it is. I don't know who's coaching our playoff game. That's this week.
I really don't care.
Okay.
Hey, as Mike Tomlin says,
we're going to just be so
we do not care. We do not care.
We got to move on. That's just crazy, man. You're acting like it's not like that big a deal that the Browns' entire roster's out. That's what I just don't get.
As I said, we do not care.
Exactly. And then you're going to go get thrashed by a team at full strength. Have fun with that.
There it is.
It's a fact. Sorry.
Hey, go ahead. You've been doing it for 18 years. Might as well cheer for someone else in the playoffs already.
Yeah, because we don't have our team. I'm going to cheer for my team still, acting like I'm not. But to be a logical Browns fan, when your team's not there, they're less like most of your team is out.
All I'm saying is,
I got a question.
All right, let's hear it.
What if it was flipped? What if the
I was just about to say, if it was flipped, it's the same thing.
I'd be the exact same way as you guys. I would feel a lot more confident, and you guys would be the exact same way as me complaining about it.
No. I'm saying though, would you care? Would you be like, oh, like, do you not feel like your win would be validated then if you beat us?
I would understand that it's not a full strength win. So our win last week, I understand, was not a full strength win. And I can recognize that. And I've said that in previous shows that we didn't beat you guys at full strength. That's why I bet the game giving you guys 10 points because I knew it wasn't a fair matchup. This week, I know it's not a fair matchup because our team's not at full strength. That's fair.
No, it's fine. I'm fine with that. Yeah.
As a fan, would I care? No, I'd be ecstatic. Do I want, like, for example, do I want Jalen Waddle to be healthy for Alabama this week? No. Why would I? Do I hope he's healthy and has a great NFL career? Yeah, I hope he does. Totally. But do I hope he misses one more week of basketball or football? I'm sorry, I'm watching basketball. I was just looking at the screen. Yeah, I hope he misses one more week of football.
No,
that's all I've been trying to say.
Even Juju gets it 6 minutes ago. Juju on the Browns. Quote, they're still the same Browns team I play every year. I think they're nameless gray faces, end quote.
You know what happened the last time he faced Denzel Ward? 2 catches, 6 yards. So if he's back on the field, that's a huge difference for us right there.
We gonna find out Sunday. That's all I gotta say.
If he's there.
I guess we're not, Luke. It don't matter. We can't. Like I said before we started arguing, it's a lose-lose.
13 people are out for us, Frank, because of a virus, not because of injuries.
I didn't say anything. All I said was it's a lose-lose for us. But
it
whatever.
is, because if you lose,
we'll just move on. All I said is
Frank.
Lose-lose. Don't get your panties in a twat. All I said is lose-lose.
Let me just say something. Okay, these factors that are influencing this game, they're uncontrollable. There's nothing that the Steelers can do or the Browns can do to change what is about to happen Sunday and the players that are playing. So my thing with that is, like, why should we then have to be, like, upset that that's how the circumstances played out? Like, we shouldn't have to feel bad or not feel like, oh, we didn't get a good win. And Browns fans shouldn't have to be like, well, you didn't play us at full strength, any of that. These are factors we can't control. I mean, it sucks, but that's how it is. I mean, we can't go back in time, or we can't do anything to change that right now. So, I mean, it is what it is. That's all I have to say about it.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right. Well, Cavs. All right. Well, actually, what we're going to do right now is the Cavs have 30 seconds left and we're up by 1. And we're going to see how angry or happy I get in this next 30 seconds. So
I would say you're leaning towards the angry side right now.
This is contingent upon if Drew is going to post that meme tonight.
Bang, let's go. There it is. Okoro. Big dunk. All right. So if the Grizzlies hit a 3, when we start talking about just anything else, you're just going to see me just like fall out.
Why am I so far behind?
All right. But MLB, do you want to talk about us having the worst franchises ever?
Yes.
I mean, today sucked. I knew Lindor and Carrasco were probably going to get traded, which was just angering in in and of itself that like the team had like farewell videos ready for 2 like all-star potential players. Like, come on.
Hey,
That's
it's all right. You can wear your Frankie Lindor jersey, and I'll wear my Josh Bell jersey, and we can go out together.
I haven't bought an Indians jersey since Lonnie Chisenhall. Since he left right away.
I'm done. I'm never buying I'm buying Pirate jerseys without the names on the back now.
That's what I should do with the Indians. But it just my biggest thing with the Indians, if you're gonna own a professional sports team, and you're not gonna try to win, sell the team. There's no other way to put it. They are just going out there. You had 2 great players on your roster, and you just let them walk. You just gave them away.
I agree.
And it's pathetic. And it really upsets me because Dan Gilbert tried to buy the Cavs or buy the Indians, and they didn't let him for some reason. And he would be the richest owner in baseball by about $50 billion, and this wouldn't be a problem. So am I mad at the Mets and Steve Cohen? Absolutely not. If I was a Mets fan, this is exactly what I'd want. Just go buy every player, trade for every player on teams that don't want to pay him. I love what Steve.
Well, it really did come down to the owner of Cleveland just really didn't want to pay them. Like seriously, that was it.
Let's go. Okay.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. That was literally it. There was no other reason.
Yep.
Wow.
He said
that's tough.
He said last year that this team can't pay for any $30 million contracts, and then everyone just and then he said, enjoy it. He said, enjoy Lindor while we have him. That was our owners just said, enjoy him.
Wow. Yeah.
He's a joke.
It's just why. I mean, baseball needs to fix that. Like, they got to have something to make it fair.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Like, small market teams can't compete. And there's 3 things. There's 3 things you can do. There's the Moneyball approach. There's the Yankee Dodger approach. And there's the Rays approach. The Rays approach works. I like the Rays approach. They get these players from other teams who don't pan out, and they just go off. And then guess what? When they go off, you trade them. Like, who was it? What's his name? Tommy Pham, right? He got traded to the Padres, correct? Right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I mean, look, they made the World Series. Like, they were probably so happy just to even be there. But it sucks. Like, I mean, you get these studs, and the teams like the Pirates and obviously the Indians now, you can't pay them. I mean,
yeah,
you know you can't. Like, I promise you that like Rays trade was absolutely horrible, and like I'm talking about Pirate wise with like Glasnow and Meadows and Archer, and there's the Cole trade. It's so obvious. They don't do it because like they don't think they're good, like, and they're winning the trade in return. They do it because they know they can't pay him.
Yeah.
And it's like, why let this dude, which sucks because number one, they could, like, Lindor was supposed to be an Indian this year, right?
Yes.
Exactly. They don't want to like just wait one more year and let him walk for free, which I get. I mean, you don't want to see that. That's the worst thing that could happen. But you got to trade him, get him out, get new prospects in. But the problem with that is when you get the new prospects in and they become studs, they're gone.
Yeah.
So teams like that have to win, like,
in that window.
In that window, that young window, when like you could have a stud like Josh Bell going off, but everybody else around him sucks because you traded Garrett Cole, you traded Tyler Glasnow, you traded Austin Meadows, and now I mean it just sucks. It literally sucks. But it's not their fault. I'm going to say that it's not their fault because they just literally can't compete. Because even if they didn't,
well,
and if you pay him that much, who the hell are you paying everybody else? Like, it's just you fall apart either way. So
my biggest problem is I can't sympathize with billion-dollar owners. They're making billions in their other job. When you buy a team, you should expect to lose money. And then once you sell the team, you're going to make money. It's 100%. The Indians owner bought the team for, I think, $500 million. He could sell it for $2 billion now. So if he's worried about money, I've got a great strategy for you. Just get rid of the team. So that's my like big thing with, if you aren't afraid to lose money, don't buy a team. Because the Indians, I mean, think of just the guys the Indians have gotten rid of since their 2016 run. Mike Clevenger, Trevor Bauer, Corey Kluber, Carlos Santana, Edwin Encarnacion, Lindor, Carrasco. That's 4 guys. That's a starting rotation that would be the best in baseball. Those 4 pitchers right there. Maybe if Kluber's healthy, so that's debatable. And the Indians are still in the fight for the wild card this year because their pitching rotation is that good. That's the difference between us and the Yankees. I said it in my rant I posted earlier today. If the Yankees had the Indians roster after the season finished up, they'd be thinking, wow, we are really close. We just need one more guy, one more big bat to shore up this lineup, and we could go win a World Series. The Indians, on the other hand, think, didn't win it with that team. Might as well just get rid of all the guys. It's just frustrating.
I mean, yeah, I definitely, in the pitching rotation, you think about it. Yeah, I know. I mean, this is just from my team, because my team's horrible, obviously, and they're nowhere near the playoffs. But I mean, think about the Garrett Cole, Glasnow, Charlie Morton. Are you kidding me? Charlie Morton's and he's going off. Yeah, key pieces, obviously, Felipe. I mean, that didn't work out, but
that wasn't because of the Pirates.
Nah, yeah. Mark Melanson, who they traded and I thought was just gonna fall apart. He's still in the playoffs every year somehow. It's not like they didn't the thing that frustrates me the most about the Pirates is we make fun of them. I make fun of them all the time, and how everybody else makes fun of them. But it's not like it's not like they got the pieces wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Obviously all these guys are studs. They all came together. They just didn't come together to the Pirates. And it's like I said, because trading and stuff like that happens. I mean, Marte's a stud, dude. I said that when he was with us. No one talked about him a lot. He's a flat out stud. And now he went to Diamondbacks, and then he got traded to the Marlins. They made the playoffs. I think he broke his wrist though, but he was batting .303 when he broke his wrist. Josh Bell went down, but it's just all these guys. That's what pisses me off. If anything pisses me off the most, it's that. Just turning on the TV in October. My team was eliminated 3 months ago, and I'm seeing all these guys that were in Pirate uniforms on the same team playing on different teams, and that is the most frustrating part.
Because I mean, the Indians, Jose Ramirez, Lindor, Michael Brantley. That could be one of the scariest 3 guys in a row. Just for there's not an out there. There's no easy out there. And if you just back that with some Santanas and Encarnacions, you're like, wow, there's no easy outs. And then just the rotation for the Indians. I mean, that's 3 Cy Young Award winners we had at one time.
Dude, it's always the same teams too. These guys are always going to the same teams. I mean, oh yeah, it's of course, traded in the Mets, but I mean, it's New York. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always
it's Yankees and Dodgers, and then it's whoever, a Red Sox too, and then whoever wants to buy with them. Whatever team thinks they have a chance and can buy, like the Padres.
Yeah. Look what they just did.
Yeah. They signed everyone. It's frustrating.
Baseball's freaky like that though too, where it's you can get all these guys and it cannot work out. Unlike football or something like that, or basketball, you can get these guys and a lot can go wrong. Maybe Lindor can't. I mean, he's coming from Cleveland. Maybe he can't handle the big city in New York. And it's me personally, I don't think he's worth 30 mil. The glove, yes, the glove's outstanding. The bat, I don't think so. What did he bat this year?
At shortstop, yeah, that was his worst year basically since 2014, 2015. But there's not many shortstops in the league that are going to hit you 30 home runs, bat usually around 280, 340 on base percentage, and be a platinum glove fielder.
Yeah, but are we talking Mike Trout money though? I don't think.
He's not 40 million. He's 30.
All right. Then all right.
Yeah, and when you're Steve Cohen and you have literally unlimited money, yeah, go ahead. Who cares if it doesn't work out? And I honestly, it pains me to say it. I feel like Lindor's built for the big lights. It just feels like he's just been just hitting
Yeah,
away
he's-
in Cleveland,
he's
though.
exciting. Yeah.
You never know, man. You never know.
It's going to pain me just watching him because every time he hits a home run, I'm going to see his highlights. Unlike the Indians where you don't always like see them because it's the Indians.
Oh yeah.
Every Mets home run, it's going to make me sick. Just absolutely sick. But you guys got anything else today?
Oh.
All right. Well, again, thank you guys for watching. Follow us on Twitter, TikTok, almost
Tune
at
in
1,000
for this
followers. Almost at 1,000 followers now. So make sure you follow us there. Again, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys.
Go Steelers.
Go Browns.